Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Soul Insider Show presented by Foods Galore. I'm Joe DeCamera. Big show on tap today. We'll look back at the Soul's last game, a 74-67 loss to Jacksonville. We'll look ahead to this week's matchup versus New Orleans. We'll be joined also by the Soul head coach, Clint Dalzell, assistant Phil Bogle, some of the star players of the team, quarterback Dan Ratterball and wide receiver Ryan McDaniel, and the owners of the Soul, two of the owners, Ron Jaworski and Marcus Colston. But first, let's look back to the last game. What a wild game it was. The Soul opened the scoring with a Tommy Taggart touchdown run. Former Soul star Tiger Jones evened the game up for the Sharks. The second quarter, an offensive explosion. Both teams combining for 51 points, highlighted incredibly by Dan Ratterball's 500th career touchdown pass. The fourth quarter, turnovers the issue for the Soul. Jacksonville's Greg Reed with two huge interceptions, including this 50-yard return for a touchdown. Finally, it was Derrick Ross capping the scoring with this touchdown, 47 seconds to go, giving the Sharks the 74-67 win. Much more up ahead. This is the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore.
Underway and wide open, and it's a one-hand grab by McDaniel for a Soul touchdown. Open and into the end zone. Touchdown!
Welcome back to the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore. I'm Joe DeCamera. We're joined by Philadelphia Soul head coach Clint Dalzell, who joins us once again on the program. And Coach, great to have you back aboard. Of course, coming off the bye week prior to that, the loss to Jacksonville. Seemed like a game you let slip away.
No doubt. We definitely gave that one away and had a lot of opportunities we just missed on. You look back, there's so many plays, that go on in the game. You look at the end and, we didn't get a timeout. We didn't get the ball spotted, and everybody points to that. No, there were 50 other plays in that game that we should have put that game away, and we just didn't, and that's on us.
That game had one special moment, though, for sure, which was, of course, the 500th career touchdown pass for Dan Ratterball. Now, you were, as some of the audience know, a Hall of Fame Arena League quarterback, and when you see Dan under your tutelage arrive at the point of 500 career touchdowns, it must be quite a gratifying feeling for you, but especially knowing what it represents for him.
Yeah, it's a big deal. There's no question. 500 touchdowns is a lot. Doesn't matter, what you're playing in your backyard or not. 500 is a lot, and that's just the iceberg for him. It's just the tip of it. He's going to throw away more than that as long as he wants to keep playing, and as long as the game's good to him, he stays healthy. He's going to crush all those records.
Coming down the home stretch here of the regular season now, what's the mindset with regard to the players and how you navigate them, try to avoid injuries? You already have the number one spot in the conference locked up for the playoffs. Playoff positioning can't change. Do you hold people out? Do you hold Dan out? How do you do that?
We want to stay strong. We want to keep a good rhythm going. Having 2 bye weeks in basically 4 weeks, we need to get going and get on the right track. Offensively, I thought we did a decent job during the game this past week, but against the defense just didn't show up, and that was disheartening. They were looking for the bye week maybe and looking forward to the playoffs. We've got to be focused. We've got to stay in tune with what we're doing, and we've got to go out and perform better. We didn't against them, and we will against New Orleans.
How do you explain that, not performing as well? What goes into that?
It's a long season. That's the bottom line. 18 games is a lot. To keep focused for these guys for that many games and, for those bye weeks to be this late and having the division already wrapped up, it's hard. I was hoping with as many new guys we got, many young guys we got, we would stay focused all the way around. We just didn't in certain parts of the game.
The Arena Bowl, obviously the objective, and of course a few more games to go to get there, some playoff wins necessary, but with Clint Dalzell at the helm, the Philadelphia Soul well positioned to make a great charge in the Arena League playoffs. Coach, again, thanks so much for being with us.
Bet.
Coming up next, Lou Tilley will join the program as he will be joined by New Orleans Saints wide receiver Marcus Colston, who, as you probably know, is a co-owner of the Philadelphia Soul. Much more up ahead. This is the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore.
The Soul Insider, presented by Foods Galore, is sponsored by Pro Systems. Pro Systems Audio, one of Philadelphia's finest audio, video, and lighting contracting firms. By Independence Blue Cross. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Dynasty Sports Group. And by The Judge Group. The Judge Group. People-powered business solutions.
What's up, everybody? It's Manny Crum, the voice of the Philadelphia Soul, and I am here today to announce my training regimen for the 2015 Food Ball Championship, and the players go for the Arena Football Championship. You know how they train, they work out, they go through training camp. Well, I have a training camp of my own, and Foods Galore has come up with a regimen for me that's going to get me in game shape for the 2015 season. So come along, won't you? And let's see what Foods Galore has got in store for me this year for the Food Ball Championship.
The Judge Group delivers innovative business solutions powered by top talent.
Whether you need to develop cloud strategies, mobile applications, complex business solutions, we have all the tools needed to provide those services.
The Judge Group can provide direct hire, contract recruiting, and executive search recruiting.
The Judge Group specializes in instructor-based training, custom learning solutions, and training-related staffing.
The Judge Group, people-powered business solutions.
The road to Arena Bowl runs through Philly. The Philadelphia Soul are East Division champions and control home field advantage during the 2015 Arena Football League playoffs with a chance to host Arena Bowl 28 at the Wells Fargo Center. The first round is set for Saturday, August 15th at 5 p.m. at the Wells Fargo Center, and tickets are on sale now. Don't miss the Soul's run at a second World Championship in 10 seasons. Get your tickets now at 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com. That's 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com.
Marcus Colston is not only one of the Soul owners, but how strange it is to say that he'll be putting the pads on himself in just a couple of days and going back to play his 10th season with the New Orleans Saints. We're here at the Soul practice facility, though, today for a different reason, Marcus, because you're kind of seeding your future in business, and literally this symposium today is part of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just an opportunity to take what I've been doing for really the large majority of my life, and you know, kind of carve out a niche in business, you know, in a similar industry.
Well, look at our mic flag right here. It's Dynasty Sports Group, which is your budding company, which is what your mission is sports science.
Yeah, it's really you know, trying to provide solutions, top-level solutions to athletes of all walks of life. So, you know, just really forming relationships and partnerships with some of these, you know, really up-and-coming and innovative companies.
And this has something to do with your own career. Very rare that a pro football player has 10 solid years at least. But you were injured early on, and you want to make sure that you do something to prevent those sorts of things?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, playing in the NFL, it's no secret you're going to be banged up the majority of the time. And, you know, I spent the first 3 years of my career, you know, just really battling those injuries and trying to play hurt a lot. So about year 4, I started, you know, to take a different approach and really started doing some research and finding some different products and solutions that, you know, were more preventative, so I wasn't always on the backside of injuries.
So we're here in Voorhees, and the whole place is ready to welcome visitors and also vendors who have new products to display. But tell us some of your products, some of your companies that are here today.
Yeah, I have a unique testing technology similar to what you would see at the NFL Combine, a company called Sport Testing Inc. There's also a pretty unique compression and kinesio tape combination called Innerskin. So people get a chance to see that today, and you know, there's just a few other unique companies that I have relationships with that are here today.
Well, good luck with that, and good luck in the season ahead. But before you leave us here in Philadelphia, what are your impressions about your Soul team as you get ready for the playoffs, as the Soul gets ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we had a little hiccup last week, but I have no doubts that we'll bounce back, and you know, we'll be ready to roll come playoffs.
What will you tell your fellow players back with the Saints when they ask you about Arena Bowl? Well, how will you describe it to them?
Really how I describe it to anyone else. I mean, it's high intensity, it's fun, and, you know, if you're an offensive guy, it's for you. It's a lot of points. So the defensive guys probably won't like it too much.
Marques Colston of the Philadelphia Soul putting sports science forward along with the Soul at this symposium here in Voorhees and getting ready to go back to the NFL. Best of luck with the Saints this year, and best of luck with your Soul as the playoffs are right around the corner.
The Philadelphia Soul are East Division champions and control home field advantage for the American Conference during the 2015 Arena Football League playoffs with a chance to host Arena Bowl 28 at the Wells Fargo Center. The first round is set for Saturday, August 15th at 5 p.m. at the Wells Fargo Center, and tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss the Soul's run at a second World Championship in 10 seasons. Get your tickets now at 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com.
You know Colonial Marble and Granite is the nation's leading countertop fabricator. You know the selection and prices are unbeatable. And you know the famous $19.99 fully installed countertop special. Now, Colonial Marble and Granite is even better. We've expanded with new showrooms in Center City, Philadelphia, Delaware, Central Pennsylvania, and of course, King of Prussia. More convenience and selection, the best prices and service. Colonial Marble and Granite. Experience does matter. Visit any of our 4 showrooms today and online at colonialmarble.net.
The Fantasy Sports Hall of Fame presents former accountant Derek Bradley. DraftKings One Day Fantasy Baseball took him from a guy with holes in his underpants to a guy with bikini models in them.
How do they do it?
DraftKings.com. They have one-day games, so you're not locked in. It's like a new season every time you play. And best of all, you could win a shipload of money.
Play with DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of MLB. Play with promo code HIT and get free entry in our daily contest. Get to DraftKings.com.
What makes this escape extraordinary? Everything leading up to it. We've got it. Tropicana Casino and Resort. Book your room today.
Welcome back to the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore. I'm Joe DeCamara. We're joined right now by Soul assistant head coach and offensive and defensive line coach, Phil Bogle. Phil, great to have you back on the show. How you been, Phil?
Good. Thanks, Joe.
Phil, absolutely. And, of course, you know, last game, the game versus Jacksonville, it was a game it seemed like you had, and then in the fourth quarter, it fell apart and you lose. It seemed, I would think, to be a very frustrating loss for you.
Yeah. I mean, we know that, you know, going in, you know, that's kind of just been the theme of the whole season is taking care of the football and, you know, just, you know, crucial turnovers at the end of the game, you know, kind of was, you know, the ending result of that game. But we know that and, you know, we'll learn from it and we'll move on. We'll be fine.
Phil, when you think about frustration, you know, one of the things as we get near the playoffs now, the way last season ended. The game versus Cleveland, the first round of the playoffs, you're right there. You know, you're just about to advance to the second round. Cleveland hits a field goal in the last second to end the game, and you lose. As you draw yourselves near the playoffs, are you thinking about that and drawing on that experience to try to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Yeah, we always use the experiences as lessons and learn and we grow from it, but we have a total different team this year, mentally tough team. We bounced back really well in any of the losses that we had this year, you know, which haven't been many, but the losses we've had, you know, we learned from, and I think we came out, you know, even more prepared and ready to overcome those.
Soul 13-3 now in the season, and Phil, you know, you talk about the team and kind of what defines it. At what point, whether it was before the season started or early in the year, mid-year, whenever it would be, when did you get a sense that this team was special, that this team had the characteristics you were just talking about?
I think that was early on in camp. Just getting out there and kind of seeing, you know, the pieces that we put together and seeing how these teams have gelled and these players have gelled. And, you know, like I've said all season, this team starts with our locker room. And the guys care about each other and they have one common goal, and that goal is to win and win it all. And I think we've done that, put ourselves in a position to do that, and I think we're ready.
One more game now in the regular season versus New Orleans, and then on to the playoffs. You're guaranteed home field advantage throughout the American Conference. To what extent this week, as you prepare for New Orleans, do you also sort of keep in your mind, perhaps in your preparation, what's up ahead? You know you got a couple teams you can battle in the playoffs. How do you balance your time right now as you prepare for the final regular season game?
We just want to go in firing at all cylinders. You know, we never want to peak too early, and I think this is the part of the season where we need to go in fine-tuned, make sure we put away any of the mistakes and the things that we've made in the past, you know, that hurt us, and make sure we go in firing all cylinders, ready to go.
Phil, let's go back to the last game, and it's certainly been a big topic so far on the show here today. Dan Radeball with the 500th career touchdown pass. I mean, it's quite an accomplishment. As you stood there on the sideline and watched it, and of course it's rare in the Arena League, what was your perspective on Dan's accomplishment?
I think it all started with Dan's preparation and dedication to his game in the offseason. He's really changed some things, and it's now shown to his teammates. It's flown through our team, obviously, with him being our leader. And, you know, that's the reason why we're in our position today is because of that accomplishment. I think it's a great accomplishment to have in this league, just longevity and continued success. So, you know, we're proud of Dan.
Good to have Dan Radeball as your quarterback, I'll tell you that. Philadelphia Soul assistant head coach Phil Bogle. Phil, always great having you show. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Dan Radeball and his receiver, Ryan McDaniels. This is the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore. The Philadelphia Soul are East Division champions and control home field advantage for the American Conference during the 2015 Arena Football League playoffs with a chance to host Arena Bowl 28 at the Wells Fargo Center. The first round is set for Saturday, August 15th at 5 p.m. at the Wells Fargo Center, and tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss the Soul's run at a second World Championship in 10 seasons. Get your tickets now at 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Mitchell, Brinker Simpson & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We offer comprehensive financial compliance and tax services. As Philadelphia's leading tax and advisory firm, we let our clients say it best.
Tony and his team at Brinker Simpson provided the expertise of a large accounting firm, but didn't forget their small business roots.
Brinker Simpson has a clear business vision that looks beyond spreadsheets and numbers and sees opportunities.
At Brinker Simpson, firm relationships build success.
The Hyundai Summer Clearance Event is here.
I cannot get over this Hyundai Sonata. Lane departure warning, touchscreen nav, hands-free smart trunk.
And America's best warranty.
Yeah, and you can start it, set climate control, and send to destinations right from your smartphone? Holy sh**. Oh.
Thanks.
The totally redesigned 2015 Sonata. Lease one now for just $139 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer during the Summer Clearance Event for amazing deals.
Welcome back to the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore. I'm Joe DeCamara. We're joined by some of the star players of the Soul, wide receiver Ryan McDaniel, quarterback Dan Radeball. Big year for both of them in the midst of a 13-3 Philadelphia Soul season. Gentlemen, great to have you aboard the show here today. And I see you're both still rocking the beard here. This is Ryan, this is quite a look you guys got.
Yeah, man. Just started from the get-go, and everyone sort of jumped on, and now you know, we're 13-3 looking to go to the playoffs.
He had a head start, obviously.
Dan, you going to catch up to him?
I'm trying. I don't know. I need some of that mane and tail to catch him, I think, but I don't know.
Now, they stick through what? Through the Arena Bowl? Through a championship? What's the deal here?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about it. I mean, we're going for the Arena Bowl, so there'll be Arena Beards.
That'll work. Let's get down to the business, as they say. And, Dan, congratulations, first off. Last week, 500th career touchdown. It's quite an accomplishment. It's a very rare accomplishment. I'm sure, and I know it was in the midst of a loss, but I'm sure that individual accomplishment had to feel good.
Yeah, you know, thank you first off. It's a big accomplishment, but it's just one of the steps, you know, in having a successful career. And I'd trade every touchdown pass for an Arena Bowl victory, so we're working our way there, and I was glad my buddy was able to snag that one for me.
You know, and Ryan, you've snagged a lot this year. You've got a very scrappy style of play, man. You're a physical receiver. You're a very competitive guy. You know, we see that right away. I mean, your style out there. How did you develop that? I'm sure it goes back to your childhood, but how did that develop?
It's just I don't know. It's just the way I play. I guess it's natural. I have a lot of love for this game. I got a lot of passion for this game. I got a lot of passion for my guys on my team. So whoever messes with our team or whatever I'm on top of, I'm pretty fired up about it.
Ryan, we've seen this locker room, and certainly I've seen some stuff behind the scenes that the camera doesn't say. Tremendous camaraderie in here. How do you describe the relationship you guys have together?
We just got a lot of great guys in here, that's off the field too, and everybody gelled. It's not groups. It's the whole team's one. Everyone everyone likes each other, and we're just good together. It just clicks.
Dan, as you look ahead, of course, one final game here for the regular season. What's the mentality as you enter this final week of play, knowing that you want to win, you certainly want to stay healthy? How do you balance it all?
Well, with the small roster sizes in Arena, you can't really rest anybody. So we're going to go out there and treat this like a playoff game right now. The more you can practice and be ready for those situations where we need a win, the better. So we're going to come out fired up and have our game plan ready to go and treat this like it's the Arena Bowl.
And they've done it 16 times already this year with 13 wins, 3 losses, 1 more regular season game to go, and then the postseason. Again, the sole guaranteed home field advantage throughout the American Conference. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us here today. Good luck in the game up ahead. Joe DeCamera here. Coming up next, Lou Tilley rejoins the program. He'll be joined by Soul owner Ron Jaworski. This is the Soul Insider Show presented by Foods Galore. The Philadelphia Soul are East Division champions and control home field advantage for the American Conference during the 2015 Arena Football League playoffs with a chance to host Arena Bowl 28 at the Wells Fargo Center. The first round is set for Saturday, August 15th at 5 p.m. at the Wells Fargo Center, and tickets are on sale right now. Don't miss the Soul's run at a second World Championship in 10 seasons. Get your tickets now at 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vita Crum, the voice of the Soul, and on my quest for the Arena Food Ball Championship takes me to Richboro, Pennsylvania, and the great Palante's Italian Deli. What is it that fills this place up at lunchtime?
The great authentic Italian products that we sell and our sandwiches, the chicken cutlets, broccoli rabe.
Say that again.
The tomato pie.
Say that one more time for me.
Chicken cutlet, broccoli rabe. Voglio.
Oh, I love this man.
What makes this escape extraordinary? Everything leading up to it. We've got it. Tropicana Casino and Resort. Book your room today.
With Ron Jaworski, Soul owner, another great initiative today, Ron, here a few days before the game at the Soul Practice Facility. Sort of a sports medicine, sports technology symposium with one of your partners.
Yeah, that is correct. And this is Marcus Colston's brainchild. And Marcus is not only an outstanding present NFL player with the New Orleans Saints, but he's a visionary, and he understands where sports science is going. This was his idea. It's something that he wants to continue to follow, just like his Soul ownership, and pursue how to get better, how to make athletes better, not only professional athletes, but all athletes. And this symposium is basically his idea, and it's been phenomenal.
You see this all over the NFL now, not just in Philadelphia where Chip Kelly gets so much PR about this, but this is happening everywhere, just for that little bit of an edge, right?
Oh, no question. It is about the edge. It's about getting players back on the field, or athletes back on the field when they're injured. And every team, not only in professional sports, not only just the Philadelphia Eagles, but all Philadelphia Philadelphia teams, all national teams, all collegiate teams, high school teams, they look for that little edge. What product, what nutrient is going to help them be a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit quicker. And the technology is amazing. I haven't played an NFL down in 25 years, so I'm a little bit old school when it comes to that stuff. But what is out there right now to make athletes better and get healthier, it's amazing stuff, and we've seen some of it here today.
The Philadelphia Soul taking on New Orleans in just a few minutes. You're coming down the home stretch, Ron, with 3 losses. I know you're disappointed that it's 3. A tough finish at Jacksonville the other day as you get ready for the playoffs. Trying to get that home field advantage for an Arena Bowl championship game.
Well, first of all, we're 13-3, so it's disappointing to have 3 losses because, you know me, I'd like to win all 16, but certainly this is a quality football team. There is no doubt about it. It's a team that will be there at the end. And you look at what we want to accomplish now. There's 2 games left, and hopefully 3 games in the playoffs, 2 playoff games in the Arena Bowl. We got to play our best football. The games we've lost, it's pretty simple. No team has beaten us. We've beaten ourselves. Either mental mistakes, turnovers, just things that we control. So with this talent, with this coaching staff, we feel that if we just play to our ability, no one can beat us. So we can't beat ourselves, and that's what we did in 3 losses. So we feel confident about this team. I'm very confident. We've got a league MVP in Dan Radaba at quarterback, and he's got to play his best in the playoffs. Our coach has to be the best in the playoffs, and our team has to play up to their ability.
Ron, before this year, and you've been a playoff contender, championship contender for every one of the last 5 years that I've been with you, you turned over the roster. 75% new players on the team this year. What's been the difference in bringing them together so quickly, 13-3 at this point?
Lou, I believe with these young players comes great energy. And, last year of our 25-man roster, 15 are gone. So we really have turned the roster over, and due to some injuries throughout the season, it's even higher than that right now. But it's fun being around the younger players. It really is. These guys bring that energy, a passion, enthusiasm, and there's a little naivety to it as well. They just don't know what to expect, and there's going to be some mistakes when you're young, but most of the guys have fought through it. We're still making too many mistakes, but hopefully, with the bye week that we've just gone through, the players got away from the game. They mentally got themselves right, and with 2 regular season games left and the playoffs, we feel these young guys late in the season are going to give us an advantage.
And at least 1-2 home games, and hopefully a third for the Arena Bowl championship in Philadelphia.
No question. We do have we have 1. We know that, and I expect to win the first playoff game. I expect to win the second playoff game. And unlike the National Football League and the Super Bowl over the last 49 years, where it's played at a neutral site, in the Arena Football League, the team with the best record gets the championship game, much like when the Eagles won it back in 1960. It was at Franklin Field. So hopefully the Arena Bowl championship on August 29th on ESPN will be from the Wells Fargo Center, but that's to be determined.
2 games left in the regular season, 1 final home game. That's coming up right after this. Right now, back to you, Joe.
Thank you, Lou, and thank you, everyone, for watching. Coming up next, the Soul take on the New Orleans Voodoo. This has been the Soul Insider Show, presented by Foods Galore. On behalf of everyone at the Philadelphia Soul, I'm Joe DeCamara. Enjoy the game.
The Soul Insider, presented by Foods Galore, is sponsored by Pro Systems. Pro Systems Audio, one of Philadelphia's finest audio, video, and lighting contracting firms. By Independence Blue Cross. Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Dynasty Sports Group. And by The Judge Group. The Judge Group, people-powered business solutions.